304 PDI here, the ham fun guy. We're going to have some fun now. Funny thing is, though, we're not talking about ham radio tonight, although it has to do with ham radio. Why do I say that? Well, I got my license in 2021 and proceeded to find all kinds of guys on YouTube doing ham radio stuff. And I was thoroughly impressed with it. Little did I know how much I was going to need it. And these guys would all become friends eventually. And I've gotten to meet many, many of them. And we get along great. And I just want to tell you that we've been having a really good time with ham radio for the last going on 5 years. And I thought, wow, I wish I could have a show on YouTube like these guys have. Could I do it? I don't have trouble talking in front of a crowd. I've done that all my life. Ever since first grade, I've been on stage doing something. My most recent iteration of speaking in public was working as a professional magician for 15 years, talking cold turkey to people that I didn't even know and making them smile and making them laugh and have a good time. I've done weddings. I did a beautiful banquet for Engelbert Humperdinck at Trump Plaza in Atlantic City. Sadly, it's no longer there because they tore it down. But that was a great venue, and I did a show for 600 people in his fan club, which was pretty good. So I don't have trouble getting in front of people and talking. If you notice, you don't hear me doing a lot of maybe well, you know what I mean. You don't hear me talking like that because I know enough to know how to be in front of a crowd and how to keep your attention. So we got Ed and Roger here right now. Hey, Roger, good talking to you on the ISS this morning. Or was it RS-44? I forget. I forgot what I had for dinner tonight. No, I didn't. I had a steak and asparagus. That's my go-to meal. Ed's here. He's saying hi to Roger. Good to have you here. So what we're going to talk about tonight is how do I get online? And I'm going to tell you what inspired me. And some of you guys know him. Some of you guys are friends with him. Greg, K6EGG out in California. I used to catch him on a radio before he had his tech license. I know he only had his tech license. He didn't have his general license. And he would just work on repeaters and stuff like that. But he'd do it live online where you could talk to him while he was online doing that. And I was like, that looks cool. And I started thinking, how do you do that? How do you get all that on a screen and edit it? Now, I've edited videos in the past. I did it as a photographer. I've taken pictures. I'm very familiar with cameras and how they work. And through a ton of trial and error, I slowly learned OBS Studio. OBS is called Open Broadcast Software. Oh, that's what OBS stands for, Open Broadcast Software. So tonight, I am not an expert in OBS software. Not even close. I'm like a bare bones user right now, as opposed to somebody like Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course. You watch him, when he's doing his videos, he's got little windows opening up with text in them and pictures of radios in one side while he's talking on the other. And when he does his tests with the HTs, where he leaves the radio at home in front of a camera and goes into a park down the street and talks on it, and you get to hear the quality of the audio each way. You know the work involved in that? Well, he's using OBS Studio to the max. He's doing everything in OBS. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to show you the places to go to learn, because I'm not the guy to teach you this. I am the guy to get you interested so you jump in and want to use it. I am forever grateful to Greg, K6EGG, for inspiring me to do this. Now, do I have 10,000 followers? No. Do I have a big plaque? No. I got like 1,400 followers, but I'm very happy with that 1,400 people. There's some real good, what's the word I'm looking for? Faithful listeners and followers that come often to my live streams. Roger's one of them. Kilo Victor 4 India. He's one of my biggest supporters. Ed is on here almost every time. We get Iman from England. M17 DJT, that's his call sign. He loves Trump so much. And anyway, so let's start out with what is OBS? Okay, so I did a nice thing. I talked to ChatGPT and I said, what is OBS and what does it stand for? And this is what I got back, and this is very accurate. You could do this too. OBS Studio stands for Open Broadcast Software. It's a free and open source tool used for video recording, live streaming. Essentially, it lets you mix different video and audio sources like your screen and your webcam to other media and broadcast it all out to platforms like YouTube, Twitch, and other destinations. It's basically a TV studio on your screen. And the fact it's free and it's open source just blows my mind, because I would guess not just YouTubers, even porn stars are using this online in their online streaming crap. So, yeah, it's out there. Everybody's using it. So the first thing I want to tell you about is how to set up your scenes and sources in OBS. So what I have running right now is 2 separate arrangements with OBS. This is not the one I'm streaming from right now, because you can see it's still playing the screen, the slideshow. So here in a quick little look, here's the first scene I have set up here on the screen. It's slideshow, and these are all the devices that are in that scene. If you look right here where it says sources, are you seeing this on the screen? You're not seeing it on that screen. Oh, there it is. There's my mouse. Okay, so here's your sources over here. This is everything that's needed to make this picture show up the way it does on your screen. You can make it a little bit bigger by scrolling, moving this down a little bit. So on the far left, you have scenes. In the next column, you have sources. So the featured chat, that is a program I use called Chat Ninja that you can find out about. You can install it on your OBS very easily. It's called Chat Ninja. And when you hit featured chat, what happens is when you guys type into the chat, I see it in this window on the left. If I showed you the other version of OBS that I'm running right now, it would screw up your screen, but you'd be able to see that column. And when you type in, whether you're typing in Facebook, X, or YouTube, it comes up on the left in this screen right here. Your chat that you type will pop up right here. Now, if I click on it in this window, it puts it on the screen, and that becomes the featured chat. All right? So that's how that works. Now, the solo cam. Oh, let me tell you what else is in this scene. So you notice there's one thing here that says base screen. Base screen. That is the ticker on the bottom of the screen, the black background, and the Ham Radio Fun, the Care for PDI logo right here. That's what's on. If I just go to base screen, I'll show you what this is. This is base screen right here. There it is. That's the whole screen. All it is my logo and the ticker. And you see here, welcome message and logo. And the chat, I can turn the chat on if I want. The music's on again. Oh, shit. I keep screwing that up. See, I got to leave it on so when I do the slideshow, you see it, but it's off now. You should have lost it right now. All right. Yeah, I'm just checking the VU meter to make sure there's no music playing. Okay, there's no music playing right now. Sorry about that, guys. I get carried away. I concentrate so much on what it is I'm trying to show you that I forget certain things. All right, the music's off. You can't hear it. The way I turn it off is I go over to this screen here, and you see the red speaker here? I turn it off. That's my mic. And then desktop audio also here. That's if I play a video on the desktop, you'll be able to hear the audio from it. But if you go back, so this screen is called the base screen. That's a scene that I made to put on all my other scenes. So when I make up the scene for the solo cam right here, so now you're going to see. I switch here. So here you can see in the solo cam now, You still have that logo on the bottom right. You have the ticker going across the bottom. And in the background, I have the geochron. The geochron is another scene. And the way you get these in there, here's the base screen again. And here is the geochron. Notice this one also has the solo camera. There's other stuff in here too that's not showing up. If I don't want to have the geochron, I have another background here. I can turn off the geochron and turn on, nope, that's a geochron. I could turn on, I thought I had a picture in here. Oh no, that's just music. Cancel that. Shoot. Turn that off. All right, that's off. Forget I said that. So now when you're build, the first thing you got to do, let's build a scene right in this first column. And click on the scene. We'll call it scene 2 since that's the next one to come up. Now notice this screen here where it says, oh, I'm doing it on, never mind, forget that. Hold on, I got to go back and do that again. All right. I'm so discombobulated. All right, let's try this again. Let's go to this screen. Now, these are all my existing scenes that as they exist right now. This is a tech showing you that the net is working. Net scenes and solo cameras. That was when I run FT8 and stuff like that. Or if I do my net, I put that on there. I also have background music here, but we're not playing that right now. Let's go to, here we got the solo camera. Let's switch to that scene. Why isn't my solo camera showing up? Oh, probably because I'm on in the other screen. Oh man. I thought if I set up a different scene, I'd be able to do this. But I'm using the solo camera on another scene, so it won't work in this instance. All right. Well, anyway. You're not seeing the page. What page are you not seeing? You should see the OBS page right now. I found the music. Iman, I turned it off. Thanks for coming. And Roger's telling me the music was on. The intro music's loud. I'll tell you, I'm not a pro. Can you tell I'm not professional? All right, you should see the OBS page right now. And let's go to, what was this one? This is the demo I wanted to put on. Oh, well, whatever. Oh, all right. That's the actual OBS that I'm using right now. You could see I have the actual OBS I'm using is on that monitor that's right under the camera. And then this monitor is where I'm watching what's online right now. And this monitor is what I'm pointing at right now. That's the one that has the second version of OBS running. And on the far left is another monitor with chat in it. Anyway, you notice I have all the same controls that I have on the other OBS. The problem is because I'm running two, I'm running two versions of OBS. This one isn't working properly. So, all right. I told you I'm not a pro at this. But anyway, here's what you do. You start off, let me give you an example, a simple example with the slideshow. Here's the slideshow here. The music would be playing normally, but I have it shut off right now. So here's the slideshow playing. Now, how do I do the slideshow? Well, basically, I have the base screen, which is the ticker on the bottom, and my ham radio fun guy logo. And then I have a couple other things. The image slideshow. I have right here. This is the image slideshow controller. Slide mode is automatic, which means it's going to cycle through all the slides. It's going to be 9,000 milliseconds. That's 9 seconds in between each image. They're going to fade in and out. Right here, you can see that. And the transition speed, that's as it changes from one picture to another, is 5 seconds. 500 milliseconds. So that's 5 seconds. I tell it to loop it, and hide when the slideshow's done. I can check that, and it would just stop the slideshow. Randomize playback. Now, what playback am I randomizing? Well, if you look right here, this is the directory C drive users stroke Windows stroke iCloud drive stroke ham memes. That's where the pictures are stored on my computer. So the way I do that, I add a directory, right? Like here. This is the Hammers memes. This is the actual directory Hammers. This is a set of, let me just, no, I'm not going to trash it. This directory here has just pictures of antennas on it. So if I just click on here and tell it okay, it should start cycling through. It's not doing the antenna thing. Okay, we could fix that. Oh, and I also tell it the aspect ratio is 16:9. All right, so what OBS does is gives you the ability to capture all this stuff in different scenes on the left here and add different sources to it on the right here. These volume controls you see here all deal with audio. Those are all audio stuff. So my solo camera, which isn't showing up for some reason, probably because I'm already got it on that OBS version and it sees it. I wonder if I turn it off on the live stream. Sorry, turn my camera off on the live stream and see if I can get it to come back. There it is. Okay, I brought it back over there. So now I got it on that screen. So now this image here is my solo. When I turn on the geochron behind me, yeah, that's not coming up either. Let me deactivate it and activate it. The reason it's not working is the source can only go to one feed at a time. So let me turn the geochron off on the live stream. There, now it's off. Now I should deactivate it and activate it again. There it is. Comes right back up. There you go. So now you can see that this screen here this is the second version of OBS running. You'll see me pop up on the screen in a second. The live stream is about 10 seconds behind what you're seeing. So it's about 10 seconds from the time I actually do it till you see it on YouTube. All right, so now you see, here I am right here. This is my solo scene. All right, so we have the slideshow. I showed you what that was. And now we switch to the solo scene, and there I am. And then I can also show you the OBS monitor. That's the actual version of OBS that's working right now. If you notice, when I talk, the VU meter on the right is bouncing. That's picking up this microphone, which is actually coming out of my computer. So a couple of things you got to know about OBS. If you're going to run OBS, the most important thing is how fast is your internet. You need fast internet to do this because you're sending lots of stuff out and streaming a lot. Your uploads are much higher than it normally would be when you're streaming video streams. All right? So you need a fast internet. I have 1 gigahertz fiber optics coming to my house. That's the internet I'm using. That wasn't what I was using when I first started, but that's what I use now. The next thing you have to have is a good computer, at least an i7 chip or better. Let's see. You need, let me just see. And to connect to stream platforms, you can only stream, I think, one platform at a time through OBS. But what I do is I go through Restream.io. I pay a fee for that, and that gives me the ability to stream on multiple platforms at the same time, particularly 3 right now: X, Facebook, and YouTube. All 3 at the same time when I stream live. That gives me more coverage, more exposure to people. I used to do TikTok, but TikTok kept allowing me to do it and then disconnecting me and telling me I can't do it. And I said, you know what? Goodbye, TikTok. I don't have TikTok anymore. I gave up on TikTok. So I no longer use TikTok, but I stream, and I have that set up through OBS. I tell OBS that I'm going to stream on Restream.io. I go to Restream.io, I get the key, put it into OBS, and from that point on, everybody I transmit to gets a copy of it. So, again, let me see. What happened? I lost everything. Oh, Gary, congratulations. You got your license. Good for you, Gary. I see that. I see you talking to Ed about it. All right. So, like I said, OBS, you need at least an i7 processor in your computer with 16 gigabytes of RAM. I happen to have 32 gigabytes of RAM on my computer. This computer I built specifically to do this. Has 6 terabytes of internal storage. It has 32 gigabytes of RAM. It has what else did I build? It's got four monitor video card that, as each monitor has its own video going to it, and I can control them any way I want. What you'll find as you learn, you'll learn new things. There are places you can go online that I highly, highly suggest going to. One of them, what happened? Where'd it go? I thought I had it open here. Michael Fryer, Feyrer is his name. Michael Fryer. I'm going to show you that screen. Here it is right here. This is Michael Fryer. He has taught me more in OBS about plugins I can use and different techniques I could use. Man, I am telling you, there's nothing you can't do on OBS that he hasn't done a video on. You can learn so much stuff. And they're coming out with new stuff all the time. They're constantly upgrading the program. The amazing part, it's just free. And it's the Chat Ninja. The Chat Ninja program is what gives me the ability to see your text messages on the live stream when you're streaming. And it gives me the ability to do everything. So if I have a guest, I put them on either, what the heck is the name of that program? Well, I have, oh God, my mind is blank. What's the matter with me? Oh, Zoom. You could use Zoom to bring guests on. Gets a little complicated with the audio on that, but I think I figured that out and I got that worked out. But you could do Zoom. You could do that other program that's free to stream with multiple people and get guests on. And what? Who's Tone Tech? Okay, we got to block somebody. Hold on a second, folks. We got a dick on here. We got 12 people watching too. Tone Tech, guess what? You're gone. Tone Tech telling me about Ilhan Omar. I don't give a crap what you say. Anyway, he's gone. He's been blocked. Yeah, I love this when you're doing your live stream. You're not talking politics at all, and some dickhead comes in the chat and starts talking politics. I should put my Trump hat on, make him have a baby. He'll freak out. Okay, this isn't the screen I want on now. Let's see. Okay, this is the one. All right, so right now in that screen, we're looking at my tower. If we go to SAP Pass screen, there it is. The Geocron is right there. Here's my desk shot. That's not coming up because the other camera's on. It's not coming up. We'll leave it. You don't need it. But you get the picture. So there you see my geochron in the background. Here's my solo cam. And you can see like this, for instance, my solo cam. What do I have there? Mic auxiliary. That's my audio going into OBS. Featured chat. That's when you guys type something in the left window over here. I click on it and put it on the screen. Base screen. We told you what that was. That is the logo on the bottom right and the ticker on the bottom. I have going there. Window capture. We don't have that on right now, but if I turn it on, nothing comes up. So it's not on anything. Here's my solo camera. I can turn that on and off by clicking on this little eyelet here. See, that turns it on and off. And the lock, if I unlock the lock, I can click on that and I can move myself on the screen. See that? Pretty cool, huh? All right. Enough of that. Let's move on. Let's lock that again. When you unlock it, you see the borders. Now, the reason they're green dashes, that's because I adjusted the size of the picture. If I go up here to the top left and I hold down the Alt key my mouse, you can see there's the edge of the green screen, and it's all black there, right? So you don't want that. So you want to bring that in just enough to hide that black spot. Now, if I go to the right, yeah, I can go all the way out to the right. There's no big deal. Although we got some gobbledygook here. That's just the crap on my little filing cabinet over here, my Rig Expert and stuff like that. So that's how you can adjust the screen. If I just move it without holding down the Alt key, it shrinks the image. See that? So we don't want to shrink the image. We want to keep it just the way it is. Anyway, these are the little things you can do. Now, you learn this as you go. You have to go and you have to learn how to do all this. I've been doing live streaming now probably 2 years. And over the 2 years, I would say I exponentially learned my ability, my tactics on Restream and on OBS. Over the 3 years, through trial and error, I learned how to do it. So, well, everybody's saying hi to everybody. Let's see. We got VA3 Fox Mike Bravo came to the game. And he's saying hi to everybody, a.k.a. Droner Wayne. You're there. Tone Tech, I thought he was gone. Oh, it still shows up on OBS. Ooh, that's interesting. So, wow. I don't know. Tone Tech saying later. Yeah, later, I dumped you. You don't live here anymore. Okay. Anyway, where was I? First of all, anybody got any questions? I can show you. Here's the website. Nope, that's Michael Ferrer. I could put that link in the chat. Let me copy that. Go over here. This is Michael Fryer. It's Michael Fryer. That's his link to his website. All right. You can use that link and you can go there, and he's got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos. He's got shorts. Look at this. Look at all these videos he's done. Week 4, big changes to the 10K challenge. Okay, trying to get 10,000 followers. StreamYard, that was the other program. StreamYard raised their prices, so a lot of YouTubers are bitching about that. But this is the link to Michael Fryer's website. So go there, get that. Here is where you get OBS. OBSproject.com is where you get OBS Studio. Let me get that on the screen. This is OBS Studio. Okay. And again, I have it on the other screen, so it's not letting me use my solo camera on this video now. Now it's back. Okay. All right. So you can see here, this is the OBS. Did I set up all these scenes before I started? They're always set up in my OBS program. I adjust them and change them based on what it is I'm doing. Like tonight, I've modified a couple of the screens that I use just so that I could show you the demo version and I could show you the actual one I'm using live. So right now, you are looking at OBS Studio. The website is, where is it? I lost it again. Not there. That's my stats. Here it is. Okay, so here is Michael Fryer's site. And here is the OBS Studio. Now, look, they make it for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Mike, K8MRD, strictly a Mac guy. He does it with Mac. T.O. probably does it with Linux. So same with KM4ACK, the Smart Jason. He probably does it with Linux also. Greg, I think he's using a Windows-based computer like I do. I'm not sure. But Greg does a great job. And like I said, Greg was the inspiration for me to start doing this. He also was a great help when I set up my studio, because I was trying to figure out how to hook this microphone up to both radios and the mixer. The mixer is where the sound goes into the computer to go out on the live stream. You don't want the microphone that you're using for the live stream to go into the radios. So you can't just take the output of the mixer and send it to the radios. So what he turned me on to, and I got it on Amazon, it's called IMP TX2 Splitter by Whirlwind. I'm going to slack. Let's switch to the desk camera, and I can show you this box. Here it is right here in my hands. This is the splitter. The red wire comes from the microphone. The two wires on the other side, one is a filtered signal out going into the mixer, and the other one is a straight audio signal out going to the radios. How do they get into the radios? Well, I have a splitter on the audio input going into the mixer. I have one wire coming from the mixer going to a switch, which I also have over here on the desk right here. I can pick this up and show you this switch. See the push buttons? I got this on Amazon. This is the 7610. This is the 9700. So right now I'm plugged into the 9700. If I want to get on the 7610, I push that in and I'm connected to that. This wire goes back to the mixer, has its own slide on it to adjust the volume. This radio goes to the 7610. This wire goes to the mic input on the 9700. Pretty darn simple, right? I did talk to Greg about that. He said I could connect them both to both radios at the same time. I could take that signal and just send it to both radios with a Y adapter. So I picked up a Y adapter. Ta-da! So you plug the two radio microphones into here, and you plug this into the wire that goes back to the mixer. Yeah, well, that didn't work. What happened was, when I had that in there, I transmit on one radio fine. I go to the other radio, and I get this loud, like, whoosh sound when I go to the other radio. So I got rid of that, and I went back to the switch. The reason I wanted to get out of the switch is they're push buttons, but they're double pull, double throw, and they're every now and then it doesn't make complete contact, correct contact. So what happens is, because it's not making contact correctly, you end up getting a crappy signal going to the radios, and guys are telling you, hey, you got a lot of RFI there, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, it's not RFI. It's that the connector isn't fully connected. So you got to really shove that button in again and make it connect. But that's how I did it. And Geochron's still not working. Let's see if we can deactivate it and activate it again. Here it is. All right. That's because I had it working on the other version. But anyway, okay. So here's OBS Studio. It's pretty easy. Gary, you leaving? I'm not even done. It's only 6:34. It's early. So what you do here, if you've got Windows, you click here on Windows, and it takes you to a screen where it's going to download Windows. I'm going to cancel it because I already got it. Let's go back. Actually, it opened another window. All right, you can go to, these are all the different screens. I mean, basically what OBS Studio does, it was first really used a lot for gamers. People playing Call of Duty, and they wanted to stream it live while they were playing, so they got a camera on them. They got the screen from the game on the screen while they're talking to people watching them with headphones. And it's incredible complicated, but you can do it. By the way, the Discord is open. Nobody's jumping into Discord. I'm wondering why. All right. So you can see here, these are all the platforms that you can use it with. YouTube, Logitech, Twitch. Diamond tier sponsors are NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, Yamaha, Elgato. That's who makes the green screen behind me. And gold tier sponsors. What's this? All depends on... Let me just adjust this featured chat so we can read the whole thing. It all depends on how many auxiliary you have on your mixer. You can run both radios and computer before your radios. You need audio transformer to block. Yeah, well, the mixer has one wire going to the computer. And there is a transformer on that wire to get rid of the ground loop hum. That's what that does. It gets rid of the ground loop hum, which you'd get even without ham radios. That happens on devices that are powered by AC, and there's more than one source it could happen. So yeah, you're right, Ed. I have that transformer is actually mounted on the USB cable going into the computer. So you're right. You can do that. So what you need is a good computer. These are all little windows to show you how to do. This is the stuff I was just telling you. But if you go to Michael Fryer's website and you start watching his videos on OBS, just go to his website and search OBS, and you'll see there's hundreds of videos on there. And you'll know Michael because get right to it after he tells you what he's going to do. That's what he says. Just like KM4 ACK says, stick around and we'll get to it. At the beginning of every video he does. And just like I say, don't do anything I wouldn't do, at least not without me. KO4 PDI. So yeah, we all have our little hooks that we do. And it comes in handy. But these are the things you need. So obsproject.com. It's open source. I'm going to put this on the chat too. V. And share that. And I'm going to pin that to the top of the chat. And I'm going to pin the other link to the top of chat for Michael Ferrer's. I can't. Oh, okay. Never mind. I can't pin them both to the top. I wanted to pin them both, but I can't. But you can see it right here. obsproject.com is the website you go to get OBS. It's free. You can pay for add-ons, but you don't have to. I don't have any paid add-ons on my OBS. All these little things with the way I put the chat on the screen, that's done by Ninja Chat. That's what I use. Chat Ninja, actually, it's called. And you can go to Michael Ferrer's website, and you can see he's got videos on Chat Ninja. And this is what you do. This is his... I have... what is it? vidIQ. That's what you see, these blue things. You don't get that on yours, where it says view channel stats here and everything. You don't get that on yours if you don't have that software on your computer, but I do. But you can go over here and search. Here, we'll just type in OBS add-on. Look at all these videos that come up. OBS add-ons. 5 OBS plugins I can't stream without. So that's his favorite 5. Ultimate guide to add a guest to OBS. Add selected chat in OBS. The holy grail of free add-ons. Free add-ons. I believe that is Ninja Chat he's going to do in that video. Chat Ninja. Animated lower thirds. In other words, you can make the lower third of the screen animated. There are so many things you could do with OBS. It is limitless. Limitless. It's only limited by your ability to have time to sit down and learn all this stuff. But if you want to stream and you want to look as good as you can, I mean, I've gotten some nice compliments from people telling me how good my screen looks when I'm streaming. I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm not trying to do everything, but yeah. And then this, look at this video right here. This is how to add an...
Hello, my YouTube friends. When I live stream, I use lots of widgets to make my streams more interactive.
This is Michael.
I always get questions about how I do them. Today, I'm going to show you how to do one of the more popular questions on my live stream. How to add a chat to your live stream. Like this. This is particularly helpful if you're streaming to multiple platforms because everyone gets to see the chat on screen so that if someone's talking on another platform, they still get to see it and understand what you're talking about. And it's pretty easy to do. So let's get to it.
I love that. Let's get to it. But what he's talking about is like right now, I'm just using feature chat. So right here, Ed chat, type this big paragraph in here. I click on it and it comes up on the screen. But there is a way for me to add all these chats you see in this window. Let me see if I can show you what I'm talking about. And now notice it's on every window. All right, that's the other chat thing. This is the one this is what I'm streaming right now. Notice I changed the size. All right, so Michael's talking about using this Chat Ninja, I believe. Now, what you do is if you go over to his page, let me get my mouse over here. And you see here, like, here's a description of what this video is all about. Click on the word more, and look what happens. Stream Elements is one of the links he mentions in this video. Streamlabs.com/editor?programming. These are other things. Here are all kinds of other stream information. These are bookmarks within this particular stream that he did. And here's some thumbnails down on the bottom from that same video. Basically, what he's doing is he's teaching you how to add these things. And the best part is you add them one at a time. There are tons of people doing videos on OBS. There are some people that are even better than Michael. I don't swear by any of them but Michael. Michael's the one I've watched multiple times. I've done many, many things. The chat program I'm using to get the chat on the screen, I don't put every chat. I only put the featured chats. I could have it where during my live stream, everybody in the chat would constantly see the entire chat, whether you are on X, Facebook, or YouTube. That stream would come up on the screen. So, and they would be able to tell where it came from. In other words, if you, let's see if I can get this screen on the screen. Nope, that's the other OBS. All right, I'm going to find it. Hold on. Nope, that's not it. Forget it. I'm going to sneeze. Hold on. I got a tickle in my nose. Oh, I don't have a cold. Why am I sneezing? It's because I got postnasal drip because I got bad sinuses. All right. Any questions, first of all? Anybody got any questions on streaming? Do you want to stream? Did you hold back? Did you not stream because you didn't know how to do it or you didn't know the right place to go to learn how to do it? Tell me and ask me any questions you got on OBS. If this is just a bore and you're tired of it, say that and I'll sign off right now. We have 7 people watching right now, but yeah. I don't just do satellites. I took the dog to Petco today, bought her a new collagen chew, which she hasn't finished already, which I'm very impressed. She's sleeping on her pillow in the room right now, and I'm very happy she is. Because when I get done with this, I take her for a walk, and then we chill for the rest of the evening. I don't even know if there's any satellite passes coming up. I haven't really looked all day. Yeah, PO 101 is up. ISS is coming up at 7:52. Oh, I'll stay up for that. I don't know if I'll stream it. It's over an hour away. It's about an hour. What do we got? Hour and 8 minutes. But in 18 minutes, we got RS-44 and a 12-degree pass. So maybe I'll do that. All right. So no questions. Nobody's got anything in the chat. You're not interested. You're bored. Okay, whatever. I take it. I listen. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Use this. Go back to it. Take a look at it. Remember the links. The links are obsproject.com and also at Michael Fryer Jr. It's michaelfeyrer.jr. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Gary, you've been looking at OBS? What do you say here? Gary, I'm interested in OBS. I have been watching videos on it and would like to stream my POTAs. Yeah, well, it's not too hard to do. You get yourself a nice little gimbaled camera phone holder and a couple of wireless mics. OBS, DJI makes great wireless mics. So does who's the one I use? There's other ones. You don't have to buy the most expensive ones will be DJI, but there's other versions that are out that have a battery charger. Look at Temu. Look at Amazon. They all sell these. It's a little battery box that you open it up and it's got a microphone, 2 microphones, and a receiver in it. And you plug the receiver into your cell phone and start recording with your cell phone. And the microphones, you clip them on your shirt, and you can talk to anybody you want. All right, so keep that in mind. If that's what you want to do it, man. Then you can actually make your videos. OBS is good. You can run it on your phone. It's not easy. I would highly suggest using a laptop or something, but you got to have a good internet to stream it. To just record it, you can record it and edit it later. But if you want to stream it, you need fast internet. So if you're using, say, your telephone as a hotspot, you try to connect it to QRZ to do the lookups in whatever log program you're using when you're doing POTA, and then you also use it to stream on. It might not be enough bandwidth to make a decent stream. You might have people fading out. You'll find guys that do that. It's now guys like Jason and who else? You got Jason, you got Mike, K at MRD. They actually have Starlink Mini they bring with them, and they use that to stream if they got a decent signal from the satellites. I have a 30-foot camper. It'll be set up in the camper. Oh, that's good. So you'll be powering it off of the 12 volts in the camper, I guess, or you're going to have it on AC. Remember, whatever you do, there's a million little things you got to edit and stuff. Any of you guys coming to Hamcation? I will be at Hamcation Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. This is the sticker that I have. I've made up about 100 new ones. So if you see me, come and say hi. I'll give you a sticker. Just like that. Everybody who meets me gets a sticker. Hopefully I won't run out. If I do run out, I'll just order more in the future. I don't want to run out before I'm done at the convention, though. So on that note, I don't think I have anything else for you guys. But Ed, I wish you nothing but the best. I think you're going to do great. Guys, if you're coming to Hamcation, let me know. If you ever sent me an email and I replied to it, you have my phone number. Give me a call. Send me a text. Let me know you're going to be there, and I'll let you know where I'm going to be. My email is ko4pdi@1791.com. ko4pdi@1791.com. And that is a email service. I originally heard about that on the Glenn Beck show. And what it does is you pay for it, and you get to send your emails back and forth to people, and Google cannot read the emails. They're encrypted. So you're not vulnerable to anybody at that point. You'll be fine. All right. So email me, ko4pdi@1791.com, and I will get back to you. If you have any questions about OBS, ask me. I'll see if I can find the answer for you somewhere. And that's it. I think that's all I got tonight. So boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, remember what I always say. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. At least not without me, all right? Why isn't OBS closing on the other screen? Close window. It's not closing. Probably because I have 2 of them open. Oh boy. It's not streaming. I don't know why it's giving me a hard time. Oh well. Yeah, because that OBS logo says I'm streaming. It won't close. Oh well. After I get off here, it'll close. All right, Ed, if you're coming to Hamcation, 73, Ed, thank you for coming. I'll say 73 to all of you guys. And look for me at Hamcation if you come out. I'm going to be hanging out for a while at the AMSAT booth. I'll hang out at the ARISS booth, which are normally both right next to each other, right in the main building. So look for me, or give me a call, or send me an email with your phone number, and I'll text you my phone number. All right. I just don't want to say it on the stream because I'll never hear the end of it. All right. We good? Everybody happy? This is KO4 PDI reminding you don't do anything I wouldn't do. At least not without me, all right? 73, everybody. KO4 PDI. Clear. Wouldn't do.